Welcome, everyone.
Welcome back.
Yes, it's been a while. We have been busy, especially this young lady with her new baby, and
She's not so new anymore.
but she still feels new. She's such a sweetheart, and she's just using a lot of your time.
Yeah. So let's start off with hello to everyone returning. Episode 18.
18.
You are watching My String of Pearls.
That's a good idea to say that.
My name is Mioka.
And my name is Linda.
Linda's my mom.
And Mioka's my daughter.
Yeah. And we have been missing from the podcast world for about
Too long.
6 months?
Yes.
It's been a while.
We said it's to be continued, and life
continuing.
is continuing, and we are finally back. And
Yeah.
not that we haven't been busy in doing things,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
have been very busy.
So in case you don't already follow us over on social media, we are a little bit more active there, sort of. I shouldn't say that.
Is, I'm not so much.
So you can find us collectively on Instagram at my.stringofpearls, and on Ravelry it's just my string of pearls, nice and easy. Your Instagram as well.
Yes, I am Linda Purls.
Yeah. Good job.
And my Ravelry is L Pearl.
Yeah. And of course, I'll put all of that down there below. So if you are missing us here on the podcast, we're over there a little bit more.
Yeah, a little
or
bit
more responsive over there. I've had
Yes.
a couple touch base and messages and stuff. So yeah.
But we have been knitting. Well, I've been knitting.
Yes.
Mioka's been growing a baby.
Okay, so
human.
to recap, if you haven't watched the last one recently in a while, we ended up in March, I think, episode
It's
17.
March, yeah.
I had a baby girl in November, Henley, and she's such a doll.
She's a
so
sweetheart.
sweet. She's napping right
Every
now.
mama says that, but we really
We
know
love
that
her.
this is the special.
She's napping
girl.
right now, and it was just one of those things where I text mom, let's try and do a podcast. And so as we start pulling everything out, it's like, oh, wow, we really didn't continue that last one. So we might have an intermission. She might join us. We don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But that
we're
being
here.
said, that's
We're
kind
here.
of our excuse as to why we haven't been on the podcast, because life's been busy for myself especially, and mom's been busy knitting and sewing and doing all this stuff.
Gardening and retired and quilting and
So I personally don't have a lot to share today, but I'm here to support Vanna.
yeah, she's gonna be my Vanna girl.
Yeah.
So what do you have?
So
on?
let's do a little bit of what we're wearing,
Yes.
because
we are cooking.
I do believe it's about 28 degrees outside. We have air conditioning inside, but these are warm and we're not wearing them the whole time.
No, but it's so cool. So nice
Long
to have.
story short, the half and half triangles wrap. If you followed along again, you would know that I started mine first. I have something tickling my throat.
And then I got on that half and half after I did a project with this beautiful yarn. And then I made mine, and then Mioka was not able to.
I had just okay, it's coming off. I had just gotten to the new color.
Okay.
Yeah, it's warm. It's warm.
Woo-hoo.
It's itchy.
Anyways,
I had just gotten to my new color. So I started with Kettle Black, and I had just started with High Tide.
Yeah, with your second.
My second color. And I think I was still pregnant. Maybe she was
no,
here.
she was here, and I was coming over from time to time and just hanging out. And I thought, well, if I'm here and there's a lull, I got to be doing something.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'll work on your half and half when I'm visiting.
Yeah.
And then it turned out it's like, I'm taking that thing home. And
well, you finished yours.
Yes, I finished
And
mine.
one thing with the half and half triangles is it's very, for some people, the term might be monotonous. For some people, the term might be relaxing. It's just easy.
And some
easy
people,
knitting.
like, I don't know, like everybody has a reason to knit and the feelings that they have to knit. For myself,
and different seasons of knitting those
true,
feelings. Yeah.
True. But when I knit, sometimes when I knit and in mindless knitting, my brain works really hard, and I put whatever I'm knitting, those thoughts and those feelings and that love and that all the emotion that I can't project
and
right away. It goes into that knitting. So
what you mean by mindless is that there's not a select pattern that you have to continually look at and follow. It's kind of something you can memorize. You just continue on. There's a couple little things you'll have to remember, but other than that, it's kind of stocking it, right? Like you're just able to go and go.
Yeah, stitch. You just keep on going back.
So the half and half is 6 skeins average. There's a little bit left over.
Yes.
The Pearl Soho linen quilt, and it is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We've each chosen to knit something else with the yarn. Of course, yours is finished. Mine's on hold. Anyway.
But so those are my colors.
Long story short, the half and half triangle wraps are finished. Mine is a little bit more special to me because I knit half and my mommy knit the other half.
And I put lots of love in there. Lots of love in there when I did that.
I'm a little sad that I didn't get to do the whole thing, but it's okay.
But my thoughts too is to have it finished so that when fall comes along, it starts cooling off, that Mioka and her family can snuggle up in there.
Because it's huge.
It is huge. And I'm going to put mine on the couch. We have downstairs. It's a little bit cooler. I use it
your media room
and just put it around my legs so I'm nice and warm and not too cold. So those are the finished objects, and there's lots of love in the one that I made for the half that I did for you.
I was even thinking it'd be like a perfect little stroller throw for Henley too.
As long as it didn't get on the ground and
she likes
wheels.
to like.
Oh, she touches it and feels
tactile little thing. Yeah. So half and half triangle wrap. We will make sure the Ravelry is updated
for colors,
etc. And again, I will link all of that below for you. So yeah, not putting that back on.
No, I was just cooking already.
Although, as much as it's been summer, the last few nights it's cooled right down. Yeah. Not last night, the night before it was 6 degrees in the morning. It was quite chilly. And so we are in the Okanagan. Last summer it was hot early. Really smoky, lots of fires, lots of damage from fires, and this year it has been the polar opposite. Lots of rain to start, nice cool days. We've had the hot.
We've got getting it now, yeah.
But it's much more manageable
and not as hot.
No smoke.
We've been
cools
outside
down at night,
enjoying it. Yeah.
So
we're very thankful that this year is so much different than last year, and we are just hoping that it continues without all the fires and the smoke, etc. And there is, for those in the southern Okanagan, there is a fire there, and they are experiencing the craziness that goes along with it. So we're thinking about you guys.
If you see me jotting down notes, it's because this was such a spur of the moment thing. I am the editor behind the podcast, and so I want to make sure everything is ready. And I don't have anything written down today, so I'm just going to go as you go.
So I just gathered over much. Another finished object that I have. When Mioka was making her aprons, those of you who follow us,
bought
aprons with her linen that she purchased. She actually asked me if I wanted some fabric when she was shopping, and I said, yes, please. The yellow would be nice. So I have this dress. It's called the Sydney dress from Style Arc, and it is so comfortable. It's got fold-up sleeves that didn't get folded. That High Empire. It's got pockets in the side, and it's big.
Why don't you back up a little bit more?
I will try and see if I can.
Just go put your chair over there, because you got to come in the middle. Oh, there you go.
Yes, so it's got these big pockets, and it's maybe I'll
that's what I said.
Up on here.
Well, then we'll see your head.
That's all right. Then they'll see the dress. So it's got this unusual bottom on it, and it's as big as a house. So
and like you're not a big.
And it's
you don't have a big frame at all. So
and it's guaranteed to wrinkle. So hey, linen. So that's my finished object.
I love it.
I want to make some more. It's very comfortable.
I might have to borrow it if I get pregnant again.
Yeah, sure. There's lots of room
for a while.
Yeah, so I finished that, and I'm very happy that it's done before summer, and I get to wear it.
Is this a purchase pattern?
It is. It's from Style Arc.
ARK. Again, I'll list it there, and it'll be in our show notes.
And Sydney Dress is what it's called.
Okay.
And they have lots of nice patterns, and they send out PDFs, and you can get them pattern printed, and et cetera, et cetera.
I can't remember because it was a while ago. I like the way that seam sits on your bust. Was this the linen that I purchased from Fabricland, or was it the one I purchased online?
Fabricland,
okay.
Yeah. And I went there the other day and bought some more because they had a good sale. So we'll see, not for this dress, but something else. So, yeah.
Great.
And then, what else? Finished objects. I do have
go for it.
More.
Yeah, go for it. Like I said, I'm here to support, and yay! I'm your hype girl.
I'm always got socks on the go, and so I finished these self-stripping socks that I made from Scrumptious Purls, self-striping, and it was a set. So I got those. I've got another pair finished, but they're not blocked yet. I'll share them next time. And that's all for socks that I have finished.
Back to those socks. Do you remember that colorway?
No, I don't remember, but I will.
And that's just your own pattern?
It's my own pattern. I call it vanilla socks, but it's not actually vanilla socks. 60 stitches per inch on 2.5 millimeter needles. And
an own pattern in that it's not published. It's just this is what she does every time.
Yeah, my own. Sometimes they put a little something down the side, like a twist of cable or something. And because they're also, when I say mindless, you only have to concentrate on really doing this and this and this. For me.
Signs of a seasoned knitter when she calls socks mindless.
Mindless. Well, you just go round and round and round. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I'm your hype girl.
And that's all that I have. Oh, I have something else, but I forgot it in my rush to get here. So I'll share my Willow CAL when I next go round.
So you can even talk about it, and then I'll post a picture. If you do it that way. So you did the Willow CAL.
A Willow CAL with a Fiber for the People yarn, Taylor, and it's called Busker. And I just love this yarn, and I just never knew what I was going to do with it. It's a one skein project, and you can make it as long as or as big as you want. And it's called a Willow CAL, and we'll
I'll put a picture. Is it still Fiber for the People, or did she change her name again?
I'm not sure.
I feel like she's something different.
Fiber for the People is what it was when I purchased it.
So and it was Busker?
Busker, yeah. Busker. And it's got really unusual colors in it that thought
very talented.
She is.
Indie dyer. Yeah. She's got such interesting, what's the right word for it? Imagination and inspiration. She'll take a picture and she's got YouTube videos on it and take the colors of it.
And she has a podcast as well. Yeah.
I think it's something different though. It's not Fiber for the People. Let me find it. Anyway.
Yeah, so she's very talented, and she has 2 little boys, and she is a busy mama, but she seems to work through all the
She's just
details.
outside of Vegas, is she not, in the States somewhere?
Yes, Las Vegas in the United States. Yeah, so she's a really...
Taylor Seeking Cozy is what she is now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I think she still has the Busker color, but she's got a nice variety of colors when she dyes. And, of course, they're not self-striping or anything like that, the indie dyers with all the different colors. And I was really pleased with the result of the color and the pattern. And I didn't expect it to be what it is, and I can wear it with many colors. I can wear it with this color, I can wear it with orange, I can wear it with black, like navy, all the different colors are in it. So it's really cool. I'll share it with you. Well, you'll see a picture. Okay, so moving on.
Yeah, I feel like we're flying through it. I don't have any necessarily knitting that I've done because I honestly 100% have not picked up knitting since she was born. No, I did once. I haven't knit. I just haven't knit. But I have something really exciting to share.
Oh, that's under acquisitions?
I'm going to just throw it in there.
You're going to get in there.
Knitting involved just because I need to say something.
Yes.
Patricia from Paradise Island had a wonderful new drop of some of her bags, her project bags, a while ago now. Mother's Day. And as I was going to bed on Mother's Day Eve, on my own personal Instagram account, she had a giveaway. And so I think I tagged you.
Yes.
And there was something else. And I went to bed and I was pretty tired. I actually forgot that I didn't. Maybe it was even in the middle of the night that I did it. Anyhow, they are in Ontario, so they're a few hours ahead of us. And I woke up in the morning, my very first Mother's Day, and there was a bunch of tags and stuff and notifications on Instagram. And I had won her giveaway. Yay. And I was very, very happy about it, very excited. And I won.
Thank you, Patricia.
Thank you. Beautiful project bag. Look at that. It's kind of like iridescent roses. Her bags are absolutely. She does such a good job of she's just a very, very talented sewist. It's kind of a canvasy material, so it's
very well made.
It's nice and stiff because I haven't used it yet. Yes, Paradise Island. And then, as you'll see on the inside, she included my very first Sonder Yarn Company sock set. So this is one of the lovely gals from our Espastry Co. that has now taken over new hands, new ownership.
Lovely ladies there.
This isn't Lisa, this is
Melissa.
Melissa, thank you. And absolutely beautiful.
And her
but
cohort.
Because I had tagged you, essentially, would you like to choose one of the minis?
Oh my goodness.
And I know which one you're going to choose.
You know which one I'm going to choose.
She's going to,
yeah. Yes, come on. Oh, but those go better together than this.
They do.
And I have yarn that would go with this.
They do.
Of course they do. Well, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that.
I said to Matt, should I just give it to Mom because I tagged her? And
no.
She doesn't care.
No, I don't care.
And maybe I'll knit something for you out of it. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, there was a really absolutely lovely little note in here from Patricia. Congratulations, belated Mother's Day. Hope you enjoy this special treat. Thanks so much for following along and have a lovely day.
So
absolutely lovely. And
nice. I didn't see this.
Yeah, it was. Oh, there was also this really nice bath salts included with everything too. So
you had to use those.
I don't think I did yet.
No.
But thanks, Patricia. Made my first Mother's Day that much more special.
Yes.
So,
besides having a special little baby.
Yes. So I had that acquisition, and then we've shared a few times in the past one of my favorite go-to project bags to purchase for myself. They're not even project bags. It's misegreen.com. It's made in Canada, down at the coast. They come to our Creative Chaos, a local craft fair.
Do they come to the farmer's market too?
No, because they're down the coast. And I purchased a couple online. I purchased a few. They have these awesome zippered, waterproof.
They're sort of for lunches, etc.
Well, that's what I went and purchased them for was snacks for Henley's lunch kit. But they're just the perfect notions pouch as well. I've shared them in the past where you can get like the whole matching set. My mother-in-law really enjoys them, but I don't know how they make them for the cost that they sell them. Because they are cheap. But I want to share my little peaches because
they're so cute.
It's going to go in my rose bag.
Nice.
That's my acquisitions. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, should I show my acquisitions?
I think you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I have purchased some things along the way. First of all, and I got these in bags. Way back in March, right after we did our last episode, Sweet Georgia from Vancouver had a promotion for mystery bags, mystery grab bags.
I haven't seen this.
So I purchased 2 because I had done this in the past and I was very pleased. And these are the ones that I've got. And I haven't used them yet because I want to show you first. So we have Flax and Silk DK. Ooh, I forgot.
This is a mystery bag?
This is a mystery bag.
So you didn't choose it?
Nope.
Have you noticed the comparison of this to your half and half?
Definitely. And superwash worsted. So those are the colors there. Look at that. And I might have a project for this one because I was just thinking about that. Yes, it has 65 silk and 35 linen on this one here.
I like the depth of the color in it.
I don't know if there's
showing up?
The project that I have in mind needs 2 of those or not.
And this is so you. Yeah, this is you.
It's not showing up as good. Yeah,
triangles.
That is better.
Yeah.
So that's with that. So that was one bag, one mystery bag, and this is the other mystery bag. One is Tough Love Sock. That's this one here. And it's called Lost Lagoon.
Let's go a little closer. I can also, when you're viewing this, it will look nicer because I can edit our exposure. Yeah.
And this other Tough Love Sock, and it's called Mellow. Like, that's my color.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't say.
I do. Do you think so? Yeah. Oh, I don't know if I would probably put it in something else. That's a lot of yarn.
That's very monochromatic for Linda.
It's superwash, merino, and nylon. Yes.
Sweet Georgia.
Yes.
So when, it might be too long ago to remember, but when you purchased your mystery, were you able to select neutral versus sock yarn versus anything like that?
I don't recall. Okay. I think it was like you could choose the weight of yarn. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because when we did our Knit Crate subscriptions, we were able to select neutral colors versus bright versus...
That's a while ago. My brain doesn't think that far away or remember that far away. But also, too, when we went down for our anniversary in April to the southern Okanagan, we stopped at a yarn shop there. And I purchased some yarn for my next pair of socks. And it's, I can't even say what it is, but I will show it to you.
Flotty sock.
And it's very nice. Got some really nice pinks and grays. And that's going to be made into a lovely pair of socks for someone really special. But I usually watches this podcast, and I'm not going to tell who it is. It's not you. It's not you. You don't wear socks that often.
I don't wear socks.
So that's the one. That's going to be my holiday
I'd like to
knitting.
wear socks. I love the idea of wearing knit socks. I don't wear knit socks.
And my other acquisition is to go with some yarn that I dyed some time ago. And I wanted to make swancho. Then, what is it?
Swancho?
Yep. What's it? How do you pronounce?
I'm not going to try. It's the swancho.
Don't put that picture. Oh, yeah. Nika.
I'm not going to try.
Swancho by, I believe it is Caitlin Hunter. Ooh. There it is. So that is the swancho. And I purchased this organic merino from Patagonia for my main color.
Just a second. We just lost power. And we're back on.
Patagonia. Does that happen very often?
No. If there's I hope everything went good.
Maybe it's a glitch.
Just lost power. Hope everything's good. Let's try and keep going. I just need to write this down.
Sure. So, and I didn't bring all the colors because I was in a rush to get here, but I had started a swatch, and that's my next, well, after summer is over, it's going to be a fall project. So that's that one. And, I do have whips as well.
Whips.
I have been on the finish it train because a while ago it was like cast on, and I'm not like that. So I need to have... Oh!
Google just gained power.
Life just throws you whatever curveballs that it wishes. So, yes, so I will be, finishing projects. So I finished Miyoka's half and half. I finished socks, and now I am working on finishing a simple stripes sweater. And I still have it in my bag here. You can look up the page or the designer. And it's almost done. I'm so close to being done. And I've used Okanagan Dye Works yarn.
I just saw German short rows. Yeah. Someone doesn't like those very much.
I can handle it. I'm working on it. You can't handle that?
Suvi Simula.
Simple stripes sweater. And Okanagan Dye Works. Yeah. And it's just about finished.
Oh, wow, Mom. You showed the yarn for this before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks even better on there. So I just have to do the tuck under sleeve, like the under hem. There's a hem that is folded under there. And I'm going to take off one of these stripes because it is just a little bit too long. So although that I really like that yellow, but it's going to be that.
You want to end on the purple?
I want to end on the purple. Because if I end on there,
is
it
there
just...
a rib or just...
No, it's a fold under.
Oh, like that, yeah.
And attach it.
Yeah.
So this will be one of my garments for fall.
Beautiful.
And it's on this side. I still have the needles and the stitch marker. But it's coming! Finish it before I start anything
really
else.
Nice. I don't think I've seen that one.
No?
I've seen the yarn. You definitely have shown the yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And...
pattern.
Thank you. Clean that up later. And that's all I have for works in progress. But I have been playing with other projects of the nature sort. So I follow this nature.
I'm listening.
There is on Instagram. There is a gal called Foraged something rather, and we'll put it down below. And she does all sorts of baskets and weaving and different things from nature. And there's this part that she showed about making cording with dandelion stems. So Linda had to try that out. So here I did. I had to dry the dandelion stems. You wait till they're really long and then you dry them out. And then you, or I, put them in, you spray them, and then you put them in a wet towel, and then you start doing this cording where you're doing twisting it and twisting on itself. So it was so fun. I spent a nice quiet afternoon in the backyard.
Foraged Fibers.
Foraged Fibers.
Is that the right one?
Yes. And she has got so many neat things. She makes these little mini baskets, and I'm not going to go that extent of making things, but I really wanted to try this. But I am also going to dry iris leaves, and I will try that again, maybe in the winter when it's not so busy. So I did that, and then indigo, or love of plants.
Our dye garden from last summer was incredible. I mean, we shared some of that for sure. We plan to share more, I hope. But our Dyer's chamomile came back this year because it's a perennial. We still had some seeds that volunteered from our Tango Cosmos, so they're coming back with a vengeance. But the Dyer's chamomile is just insane. We've picked some more blooms.
Yeah, I did. And last year I was picking them off one at a time. This time it's like, get your fingers in there, pull them all off.
They were a gift from Grand Prismatic Seeds when we ordered our seeds, and I'm digging out the plants and getting rid of them because they are. I don't know if it's because I
don't think they're invasive.
No. They're huge.
Really
they're
big.
Huge. And I don't know if it's because of how we picked last year. And when you pick off the blooms, it encourages to grow all of that. But it's crazy. The madder is going insane. We're hoping to harvest madder this fall, I think, because
I don't know about this fall or when. It depends on the season and how it goes. Because I'm going to be away in September, so I won't be able to do it till October, and we'll see what October brings. So it can go 3 years.
And this will be our second
year. Yeah, so it can go 3 years, and we'll just see how tired we are or how much energy we have to harvest it this fall. So, but I did grow some more indigo, Japanese indigo, which I have to share. The group that, the Quilting Arts group that I belong to, Quartz, is doing a dye project tomorrow.
Ooh.
And so what I did is I started a lot of indigo plants from seed in the greenhouse. Only those plants I started this year, not the extent that I did the previous year. And so I gave out all the plants for people to grow their own. Because
so you started them by seed and then,
yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I gave out the seedlings to the group, and whoever wanted to grow seeds or grow the plants, they did. And so now we're going to do, and this is what they look like.
Careful, you're going to drip everywhere. Just hold the whole thing up.
Nope. See, this is the indigo.
It looks kind of like mint or basil to me.
Yeah, and it usually is standing up a little bit more. I picked it this morning. It's sensitive, so it's lovely. Mm-hmm. And this little plant,
I like the vase.
When it's
this is a free side of the road find.
Oh, wonderful find! And this beautiful little plant, surprisingly, when it's fresh leaf indigo extraction with salt, you squish it with salt, with water, and it gets this green color comes out of it, and you're like, ooh, this is different, and it has a strong scent. Not everybody enjoys that. And so what happens is you take it up, you put your silk, I used a silk scarf, I put that in when I was squishing the leaves, and I didn't use gloves, I'll show you.
You gotta show your fingernails because they're not even close to what they used to look like.
And I have taken some pictures, so I'll share those with you as well. So I put the silk scarf in there and squished it some more until it just got to be so squished and massaged, and that the color came out as green, and then I put it into the sunlight, and this is the beautiful color that comes out of it.
So once the oxygen gets the green, it transfers,
oxidizes,
right? Yeah.
So this is just amazing, and we have this other project of some shiburi. That side didn't turn out as good as this side. So it's a sort of a little detail thing.
Do you want to explain what you did there?
Well, there's a technique that you can use stitching to hand stitch to make a resist so the dye doesn't go onto it.
So tie dyeing essentially.
It is, but it's with stitching.
Similar aspect of tie dyeing where you use elastics to not let the dye in.
This was with elastic, so it's like tie dye. So you don't want the color to go where you put the resist. So that's what these little stitch lines are. So you squish it up really tight so that the color doesn't go on there. So this is what we're doing with our group tomorrow. So it'll be fun. And a lot of them haven't done anything like this before. I've been talking about it. So it's going to be a real fun day.
So you're kind of teaching them in a way?
Yeah, it's a workshop. Yeah. We always get together once a month, especially in the summer, and do outside things. So we'll be making a mess. And my fingernails are still blue. Can you believe that? And it's been a week. So
that's not bad. It looked like you strangled a Smurf before. The whole hand.
And I went
Henley was so confused.
And I have a friend who's very into medical things, and she looked at my fingers. She says, "You're not getting enough oxygen," because that's one of the signs. So so it was interesting and fun. And I did try and do my granddaughter's Evan's red hair with indigo, and it just went darker red. I'm looking for someone who has blonde hair or maybe gray hair so I could do theirs, but the people that I've asked is like, no, you're not doing that to me.
Blue is you know who you should ask, and she would probably right in there. Lone Sequoia.
Leanna. But her hair is not light enough and long enough.
She's got some gray in it, doesn't she?
But you need to do the ends. You can't rub it in.
Yeah,
it's like you're going to be getting all this guck all over your hair.
No, sorry.
I imagine if you
do your
really
own?
Didn't care. Well,
don't
it's coming off. It's coming off. Getting a haircut soon.
You can try the dog.
Well, I might.
Copper wouldn't care.
I might, if I have enough indigo left, I will. There's one gal that might go for it. So we'll see what happens there. But exciting and fun and trying something new. And that's just me, just doing other things. And
that's good.
And I have marigolds drying on a string.
I didn't plant marigolds this year because I still have. Oh, it's crazy. I will have to take you to the garden and show you my sunflowers.
Oh, I'd love to.
They are taller than us. I say us because you're taller than me. And there's some with several blooms. I'll throw some pictures in too, but I planted some white and it's like this big and it's just starting to open.
Oh my goodness. That's gorgeous.
Earwigs haven't got to it since yesterday.
Yes. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I do have a couple of patterns that I'm thinking about making if I brought
Well, let me show kind of like what I'm hoping to do if life agrees. If time permits.
Mm-hmm.
So I am working, I am momming, I am wifing, housewife. I don't know. Life is
She
busy.
is trying to balance all the things and working. Yeah.
And working, and when there is time to slow down and do something, I often tend to just do nothing.
That's good.
Because it just is easier to like... Although I often think about knitting and wish I was knitting and all of those things. So I do believe I shared this on the last podcast that it was a library borrow. Mm-hmm. And since then I have actually purchased the book because I really enjoyed what I did knit. I haven't finished an animal yet, but this is the Knitted Animal Friends, again, by Louise Crowther. So yeah, I purchased this. I would love to be able to have a farm animal collection for Henley to play with, and all of the different clothing is interchangeable and whatnot. So that's kind of
a long, far away goal.
My hopes and dreams of when I'm knitting. And I have, of course, some Drops Flora. It's just one of the most inexpensive cotton yarns that you can use. Lots of different colors. Something about my aesthetic when I like to knit things like this is I want all to be the same yarn and just different colors and flow and stuff. So I don't even know what this is. I feel like this might be one of the mouse's ears or something. Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, was really happy with the patterns and how it was knitting up. And so I have little mouse parts all sewn up in like little different areas of the house right now. But the Knitted Animal Friends is what I would like to, and it's one of those things too where I really could just sit down in the evening and knit an ear. Like I wouldn't have to be extended into whatnot. But like
as long as you have the mental capacity to do that, which is hard, and when you're juggling all the things and you're tired, and it's almost like a morning thing, and your mornings are busy.
One thing that's actually kind of got me really excited, and I've come back to your house since and taken these.
I thought so. I was looking in the spot there, and I thought,
when I came over,
did she take some, or didn't
I walked over to see Dad the other day.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, it'll be easier to show the picture on my phone. So
she's going to be sewing.
I'm going to do some sewing. So Hello Dear Knits on Etsy. I found this pattern.
Look at that, so cute.
And I think I'm going to do this one because I really enjoy the. I don't know which one I'm doing actually. Either the dress or the dress with the bum romper. I just find with babies, when you hold them, the dress just kind of shoots up and you see their tummy, which is fine, but then you got to have a diaper cover, et cetera, et cetera. So I went into Mom/Grandma's fabric stash.
There's plenty.
Very
pretty. Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
I would like to do like a nice green as well, like I said before, because if I did kind of more like the short style or the bum frill without too much ruffle, and we do have another baby in the future, and it is a boy, then I could reuse. But I just come on.
Yes.
So I did that, and then I downloaded the pattern, and there's a local print shop here that printed it for me. And she was super quick. I emailed it to her the night before. She messaged me in the morning, said it was printed. And as I was in there, and I wish she would have said this before she printed it, she said, ask for A0 format.
A0.
And I went back and I looked on the Hello Dear Knits Etsy, and she said A0 is available, just ask for it. And A0 is printed on the big sheets.
Oh, and they can print them at the print shop?
She can print them, and she said it is less expensive.
Because that's what I did with this.
Because now I need to
tape them all together.
Cut them and tape them. And actually what I do is I cut them out, tape them together, and then I use transparent, what is it called?
Pattern making something.
No. Baking. Parchment.
Parchment? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Parchment paper. And then I can keep the original pattern intact, because as you can kind of see, she offers you the different sizes. So 0 to 3 month is the black line, 3 to 6 is the dotted red, et cetera, et cetera. And so then I can go back and have those specific sizes, and then I don't have to get more than one of these printed.
Yes.
Suggestions?
Excuse me. Yes, and get them printed in color.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it's
the first go round.
And single-sided.
Single-sided, yes. That's the problem I had with this dress. I sent it to the copier, and she sent it back in color, but it was copied on both sides. Like,
but
that's
we
not going to
didn't
work.
check until later on, and did she reprint it for you?
She reprinted it,
great.
but just in black and white, and then I had to figure out what colors. But it's a learning curve for me and for her. So we got through, and I just got the dress, so yay. Yeah. Yeah, so
that's kind of what I would like to focus on over the next little bit. I find sewing is a different type of craft art that my brain can focus on, and portable, and it's fun to go to Mom's sometimes, and she takes care of little Henny, and I get to sew or do something.
I get to play with him. Yeah. And
she's having a good nap.
She is. That's good. She needed it.
She's been out for an hour and a half.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, speaking of.
Starting to move around now.
Yeah.
Yes. So what were we just talking about?
Sewing and patterns.
Sewing and patterns. Oh, yes. So I've been doing some quilting. I have taken on a bunch of scrap flannel, and I'm making quilt tops with that for crib size quilts, baby quilts, and I'm just whatever goes together, and so there's sort of a straight line of fabric and then squares. I'll take a few pictures and share them with you. Yeah. And I'll take that back to my quilting group, and they'll be donation quilts to needy families or people who just have new babies that just need those comfy, cozy
Well, and
blankets.
some people enjoy that part of it too, right? When I was given a bunch of fabric from one of my clients, his wife had previously passed away, and he knew that we quilted and sewed and whatnot, and he wanted this extensive, beautiful stash of fabric to go to someone that would appreciate and enjoy it.
Yes.
And I ended up sharing it with you and my other sister, and it was just really cool because there was some stuff in there that they was just partially either cut out and sewn blocks or quilt tops done or whatnot. There was even a I think Christmas runner done that just needed to be finished, and it was just some different style of I just need to choose a border, a binding, and a background, and this is done, right? And that got shared across the family.
And speaking of finishing things, my recently lost my auntie and her daughters, my cousins. We're going through her things, and she's a quilter as well, and there's several quilt tops that she has made that weren't finished, and my cousin's going to bring them to me, and I'll see if myself and my mom can finish them up so that she can share them with her family.
But that's even something that Grandma...
That's so... Because, my
Grandma
auntie and I...
to do that, right?
Yeah.
Like, your mom, she enjoys the art of quilting, and she has a beautiful talent for it. She's done it for years. But a lot of it is just quilt tops.
Because she doesn't get to finish them. And she's doing smaller things with embroidery. But my auntie has been in my life for a long time, so this would be I would really enjoy finishing them for her. And, here we go.
Okay. Who's here?
Hello, look at here. Who's that?
Hi. Who's that? Big girl. Oh, yay.
There we are. There's a happy girl.
Someone had a really good nap.
Yes.
And her teethers are bugging her, but I think she's feeling better.
Yeah, she is.
Gran here.
Hi.
Hello.
What are you doing? Is she having a good day?
Hey, somebody grew up a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah.
So Henley will be 9 months on the 16th.
Oh, here we go.
And
we make some noises?
she is a sweetie. She's pretty darn
she's
smart.
She's growing so fast.
She's growing so fast. She's getting like 10 lines in her leg rolls. Oh, Grant's got yarn.
Do you hold that for me, please?
Ooh, Mommy's hair. This is what's keeping me busy, occupied in my days, but I am okay with it.
Yes.
I know with call it naive, I guess, when I was pregnant. I'm like, oh, I'm going to have all kinds of time when this baby is here to keep the house clean and cook and clean. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Mom was just a jokester.
Reality set in,
and I still do those things, but dust keeps and babies don't.
That's right, exactly.
Say hi. Oh.
Yeah.
So I think that's our conclusive podcast.
Mm-hmm. We'll take a couple of pictures and
we'll send some
mini
pictures
videos
up
of
there.
some gardening and stuff like that.
And
possibly.
Can't predict when we will be back. We'll try.
But thanks for coming along.
Thanks for coming along. And
we've been thinking about you.
Yes.
And, answering. We should update our answering all the questions or comments that have been sent, and sorry for neglection.
It's a perfectly good reason.
Yes,
it's a perfectly good reason.
So thanks so much.
Thanks for tuning in. Everyone, be safe. Take care. Happy knitting, creating, making. Say bye, honey. Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.